And we found that removing the plate could lower the surface water elevation of the lagoons, which could give the area a better ability to drain, depending on how much we're able to change that hydraulic gradient, make it a little bit more steep, make it flow out a little bit quicker from the area. However, there are additional considerations that have to be put into that, as far as any sort of ill effects that could have on nearby contaminants from those northeast gas stations, and what that would mean for depleting the voids of the soils around the homes.
There's a running between kind of north and south, more or less. There's an area that's called a groundwater divide.
Can you go
Here's a
back
big
to the
rock.
map and show us?
Okay. Can you put up the map again? Just the one, show the one together.
Did I pass it?
Keep going, one more.
There
we go.
Oh, you're.
One more, here we go. There we go, that's it.
Oh, I thought you wanted the
Yeah.
elevation.
These hills here, these are glacial till, and its material is not permeable, it doesn't conduct water very well. You get a lot of surface water runoff. And then in here, as Amelia mentioned, this is the outwash, and this is material that makes up aquifers and conducts groundwater very well. And the groundwater does connect to the surface water, they're related. Changes in one is gonna affect the other. And in this direction here, the groundwater tends to, it looks like it's gonna flow this way and also in this direction. So it's called the groundwater divide, just like in a surface water divide. The water's gonna flow in two different directions from that point. And this is important because these sites there's sites of contamination up in here, there's groundwater contamination. And this divide may be controlling the way that contaminated groundwater is moving. And we need to look at these sites to make sure that any changes to the surface water here will not change this divide in such a way that it'll cause a change in the direction the contaminated groundwater is moving and start impacting areas that were not impacted before. The problem with this is the EGLE offices. EGLE is the one that the Department of Environment, Great Lakes and Energy, it used to be DEQ, Department of Environmental Quality. They're the ones that regulate this, and their offices have been closed for over 2 years now. So you can't get in to see their files, and it's been a real problem getting information. We're trying to get in. Angela's made some phone calls to get us in to review the files. If not, we're just gonna have to just FOIA everything on these sites to try to figure out how the plume of contaminated water may move. This area also will provide some really needed geological information. Our wells stop around here. There's data up in here that we can get that'll give us information on the geology and the groundwater that'll add to our understanding of